All right, so this is episode 5 of Pose, Something Borrowed, Something Blue. Pretty much a good segue into episode 6, really, for the Poppy and Angel storyline, along with some, new developments that a lot of us guessed last week. And let's just be clear, Dominique Jackson, Elektra, for us that are watching this show now, is carrying this season for me. Baby, send her flowers, awards. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get into this review. It's your boy, Matty Rants. Cue my theme music.
Listen.
Yeah! Yes, God! Oh. Get that out of there!
Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Welcome back to the green screen tease. That's why I took an extra day on this one. Let's go ahead and get my social medias out the way so we get this review done. Follow me at Matty Rants on both Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Bookable on Cameo, on the Stereo app for Monday and Wednesday podcasts with Dooley and Blake Keisha and some of the other panel members as well. You can also find me on the Airtime app. I'm partnered with them where I do a show on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the pop-off room. Drag Race Everything on Tuesdays and Drag Race Trivia and Hot Topics with Dooley on Thursdays, and you can win cash prizes. You can also find me on Twitter at @MattyRants. Let's get down to this review. Honestly, this doesn't need to be that long of a review because we could just go through it like this. So Poppy and Angel are totally in love. The engagement is on. Angel's told everybody now about this, especially the people that are important to her. And Elektra wants to involve herself in making this dream happen for her daughter. Elektra's been in a really giving mood this episode. I mean, hell, Blanca got new furniture, thank you, Jesus. And that apartment changed the whole mood up, child. Whole mood up. Okay, Mother is rich. and we know that through this entire episode. We'll get to Elektra in just a second here, but back to Poppy and Angel. Angel's getting her dream wedding thanks to her mother. Poppy wasn't at first feeling that, talking about some pride and I can't let her do all that. But Elektra explained that the wedding is not just about them, where it is about them, but it's also a big deal for the community to see these two people get married. Once Poppy realizes that Angel's on, there's this really beautiful wedding dress moment at the when they went gown shopping. They were all trying on the dresses. That was a beautiful montage moment. Child, I'm going to get to that man being read again because we're not on Elektra just yet. But Angel's going through the process of having a great wedding. She has a great bridal shower. A beautiful moment where all the queens of ballroom came. Her sisters, her trans sisters were all there to celebrate her engagement with her. So beautiful. Shout out to Jiggly Caliente. I saw you sister at the table sitting next to Naomi and throwing dollars when the strippers came out. Love you, sister. It was a really nice scene, very touching. But the drama that happens with Poppy and Angel is not over Poppy necessarily cheating, because he didn't cheat. No. It's his ex-girlfriend who actually passed away. She was dealing with a addiction problem. Apparently, she had a baby. Her and Poppy had a baby. He didn't know anything about it. The child is 5 years old and is Esteban Jr., which is Poppy's name. Poppy is now senior. Child, that scene where he was talking to that baby for the first time and he was like, I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, and Poppy had that little, ooh, I was done. I had a good cry. I had a good old nasty cry on that part. But Poppy needs to bring this information back to Angel, who's had this wonderful night at her bachelorette party, and Poppy's just being real and saying, I want to take care of him. I want us to still do all this. Poppy, again, is still being the best man possible. You feel me? So when Angel sort of freaks out, I get it. But I'm like, okay, girl, now if you love this man, come on now. He stayed with you through your addiction that you're still going through it. I know she's also struggling with her sobriety, so that's another reason why I'm like, I get why she feels the way she feels. But I am torn and conflicted on both Poppy's part and Angel's part in that scene. Like, who would you be in that scenario? And would you be able to deal with this, something like that? I know people personally in my life that have been tested in those moments, and they've stayed because it's like, well, this is what we got to do. It's the only choice we have. If I love you, this is what we're going to do. I don't know, but it was definitely a great scene and a great setup going into next week's episode that will follow through if they're able to get married or not. Okay, now that I got that out the way, let's go ahead and get into this giggery here with Miss Electra, because Mama was running this episode like the boss that she is, because low-key, she's now working with the mafia. Child, the giggle. Electra always wanted to be rich, and she certainly got her wish. Now, once her good friend, the one that helped her with the body in the first place, y'all know Mama with the cheeks, high bones, okay? Told her that she was working with the mafia and gave the tip off to Electra, like, sis, you can jump on this too. Electra said, bet, let's get that dough. Presented her business, which is of course the sex operators, and they said we can work with her, but you got to do something for us, which is clean some cash. We got some cash coming in, and it's way more than you even think you could think of a number for. And Electra said, "That's fine. I want to be rich." Y'all, I love this. I loved it. Because it's like, okay, she's going to get away with this. Please don't let Electra be arrested towards the end of the season and she be in jail the rest of her life. I'm here for her getting away with this fuckery. And I'm here for her being a blessing to her daughters and others with the money that she's getting. She's not just, I got all my coin and now I'm just going to be sitting chilling. No, I'm actually helping my babies out. She's paying for Angel's wedding. She's sitting there paid for all Blanca's furniture. And it's like, she's like, that's the least I could do. Because remember in Electra's episode, on episode 3, Blanca was very much a key person in her life growing up, as was Lulu and Angel. So, yeah, she's going to do all this, and it makes perfect sense. Now, highlight moments from this Electra episode, low-key, Electra, Angel, and Poppy episode, was Electra dragging that bald-headed bastard at the little wedding, at the wedding dress shop. Huh? I'm proud of the light-skinned young man in the background who was like, I'm not going to work here no more, bitch, because he disrespected Blanca, Lulu, and Electra there. But when I tell you, Electra took a sip of that champagne, proceeded. Read him from the top of his head to the crust on his toes. Bitch, that scene was gold. It reminded me of last season when she went off on Karen, but this time she got Bill together, and I loved it. I was here for it. Hot chocolate. So I gotta be rich. I'm like, wait a minute. A shout out to the wardrobe team here, because everybody was dressed this episode. Dressed. Electra especially. Electra, you to the tens. You were dressed always. Always presenting. Always got the assignment right this episode. Baby girl. It was, so many good looks from you. Blanca was looking good too. I mean, hell, everybody was there. Everybody was looking good. Ooh, I also wanted to mention this. Now, remind yourselves that Electra was telling her daughters that she would pay for anything that they wanted, or what do their hearts desire, or what does Electra have in mind for them that she wants to help them out with, right? When Lulu presented herself, Electra said she wanted to pay for rehab, which indicates that Lulu never finished rehab or never went into rehab. She just got herself clean, that she says. She got a new man now. We haven't seen the guy. And she's taking classes still or whatever. So I don't know what's going to happen with Lulu, but I am concerned. That was my little review of this week's episode of Pose. Next week, Pray Tell's going to be back into the picture here. And we're going to dive in deeper with Poppy and Angel's storyline. Of course, Esteban Jr. is going to be over there. And we're going to see how Angel handles this. Plus, they got to go get their marriage certificate. And we already see trouble when that passport is shown, honey. So, I'm excited for it, though. Tell me what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thanks again for tuning in. Do not forget that the reactions that I do for these episodes are now on Patreon because the powers that be here on this network that we're using did not care for those so much. But yeah, they're on Patreon though, so you can subscribe to my Patreon for as low as $1, or if you want to go up to the highest tier, which is 20, you do not have to. You do not have to. That's just for those who just want to give that love. That $1 range is perfectly fine, and I'll be uploading my reactions there from now on, since I don't want the powers to be mad at me. Exactly. All right, again, thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Hugs and kisses. My best love and wishes to you. It's your boy, Matty Rants. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.